Hi and welcome to Ahead of the Game previews this week, where we catch up with Ben Askew to chat about what he predicts in this weekend's Premiership football, as well as the Heineken Cup rugby and other views on the golf and the McGladrey Classic as well. Good morning, Ben. How are we?
Not bad. Yourself?
Good. Yeah, not bad, thanks. Let's get straight into business as play kicks off tomorrow lunchtime, where we see a cracker in the Premiership between Spurs and Chelsea at White Hart Lane. How do you see this one being played out?
Well, it's a great game to start after the international break. Two form teams this season coming into this game. Chelsea flying at the top of the table. Spurs won their last 4 Premiership games on a bounce. Villas-Boas first game against Chelsea since being sacked by them. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be cagey. It's as most derbies are. If I had to say who I thought had more of a chance of winning, I'd probably push and say more about themselves. Torres is finally hitting some goal scoring form. So yeah, Chelsea to win that one if I'd put a bet on.
Perfect. I look forward to watching that tomorrow. And any other games that take your fancy on Saturday?
Well, I see a tough trip for City at the Hawthorns against West Brom. Steve Clarke has got them playing some decent football down there. City didn't really start this season as we all expected them to after winning the title last season. But after a scrappy win against Fulham and then a solid 3-0 victory against Sunderland, I can see them probably getting a lucky victory, probably by a goal. Obviously, then on Sunday, you've got the Sunderland-Newcastle cracking derby. It's going to be cagey. The Stadium of Light will be rocking. I can see it being a tense draw, I'd say.
Perfect. Great stuff, thanks. Whilst I have you here, obviously we had a break from the Premiership last weekend to watch the World Cup Qualifiers. And how do you think the home nations fared over those few games, starting with England, of course?
Well, England, everyone expected them to beat San Marino. We did that without too much hassle. Then, obviously, game on Tuesday against Poland got called off because of the rain that hit Poland. So kicked off at a sort of afternoon game on Wednesday. I think the weather and the awkwardness of having to delay match preparations another day, it affected our game. The pitch wasn't in the best condition, but we'd still expect to beat Poland. We just didn't look like we were ready for it. Poland put us under a lot of pressure on in the second half, and to be honest, we were lucky just to concede the 1 goal. So in the general, I think Roy Hodgson will take the point and be happy.
Yeah.
Ireland, they were playing Faroe Islands. A bit of arguments. Stephen Kelly apparently refused to board the plane after having an argument with Trapattoni's assistant manager. Robbie Keane's come out and said that's all fine now, they've made up. But a solid victory for Ireland. Probably should have won more than the 3-goal margin they did, but they'll take it. It's 3 points in the bag. One of the best performances was from Wales, and in particular Gareth Bale in the game against Scotland. They went 1-0 down. Scotland, Stephen Fletcher had a goal ruled out for offside, which was completely wrong. But then in the final 10 minutes, Bale just showed why he's one of the best players in the world at the moment. Won a penalty, and then with 5 minutes left, unleashed an unbelievable shot into the top corner. The keeper had no chance. Then, again, another quality team performance came from Northern Ireland away at Portugal. A superb effort from Roy Carroll, Johnny Evans, and the rest of that Northern Ireland defence just to keep out the likes of Nani, Ronaldo, João Moutinho. Fantastic performance.
Yeah, no, I agree. Northern Ireland and Niall McGinn in particular really showed a lot of class in that game. And that covers most of football this weekend. And then we move on to rugby. And last week saw the start of the Heineken Cup, with England teams getting off to a flying start really on the whole, with Saints, Sale, Quins and Surrey all gaining victories. And Exeter came very close in a really brave performance against Leinster, the current champions, losing narrowly 9-6. And just having a look earlier on oddschecker.com, just outright winners really. And Leinster still favourites after winning the last two, and a lot being tipped by many to be tough to beat, as still favourites. But I think a little punt on Toulon might be worth it. 5-1, saw them in their first game, comprehensively beat Montpellier. And they've got quite an easy group with Sale, who are struggling to say the least in the Premiership, and Cardiff Blues, who got beaten by Sale. So it's quite an easy group. They should easily win that and go through. And at 5-1, they might be worth a punt, along with their French counterparts Toulouse, who under Guinaud is always a very tough side to beat, and show that again at home by comprehensively beating Leicester 23-9 without worrying too much. So on the Heineken Cup side of things, there'd be outright punts, but keep on the website for full previews of English teams this weekend in the Heineken Cup.
Finally, the McGladrey Classic is in full flow with the second round about to start, and we see all of your picks under par so far, with Brendan de Jong and Jim Furyk leading the way at 4 under, and 4 shots adrift of Bud Cauley, who, if I recall correctly, you picked last week. Can you see them being in contention come Sunday, and who else will be right up there with them?
Yeah, no, I can see Brendan and Jim Furyk being up there come Sunday. Sadly, just found out Brendan de Jong has doubled to the first hole, which is never a good start. But the Zimbabweans have been in really good form and gave Ryan Moore a good run for money 2 weeks ago. So I expect the big Zimbabwean to be around there. And Jim Furyk, obviously, class act. Nearly won the Tour Championship. Has a bit of a reputation for bottling, so let's hope he can get rid of that. But this week he'll be there or thereabouts. The men that are going to be right up there, Zach Johnson. It's always how he starts for me, because he is brilliant with a flat stick, and if he gets off to a quick start, he'll do great. And 5 under yesterday he will take. Doesn't tee off till after this afternoon. Conditions may well be a lot easier like they were yesterday, so I expect him to be right up there, 15, 16 under come Sunday. And the one to watch out who may be, it's a bit better odds is Charles Howe III. He's been in good form, hit 4 under yesterday. Could have had a lot more go his way if he sunk some more putts. So I like the look of him, so expect him to get, maybe a placing. That's everything for us ahead of the game previews. I hope you enjoyed it. We will see you next week, and I hope all your punting goes well. And get on the website at www.aheadofthegame.co.uk for full previews and to play some punts. I hope you beat the bookies, and we'll see you next time. Bye.